that goal that you have to relocate to Canada in this year 2023 must be achieved. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I told you guys that this year I'm going to be giving content, posting content, I'm going to be more intentional about posting content with regards to immigration and lifestyle in Canada. Everyone that has subscribed to my channel, to everyone that liked my previous video, thank you guys so much. I appreciate your help. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, if this is your first time on this channel, welcome. And if you are yet to subscribe, please guys, subscribe, support your girl, okay? So if you're watching this video, that means you've watched my last video. If you've not watched it, please go ahead, go and watch that video. Okay, basically talking about the important things that you need to do to start your relocation process for this year, okay? That goal that you have to relocate to Canada in this year 2023 must be achieved. All right, okay, so this video is basically going to be talking about the 5 important documents that you need to relocate to Canada. So maybe you already have an idea, maybe you don't, but I'm going to be talking about 5 things, 5 important documents that you need to have. So the first most important document, without this document, if you don't have this document, like, that should be the first thing that you should start working towards getting. You need an international passport, and not just an international passport, but you need a valid international passport. Okay, I know that it's quite difficult now to apply and get a passport for some reason, but let me tell you something, you cannot do anything without your international passport. So even if you have a valid international passport and it is less than 6 months to expire, start working towards getting a new one, getting a new passport, because most of these places, I know for Canada, your passport has to be more than 6 months to expire. If not, it's going to be an issue for you, because if you don't know you don't know how long you're going to wait before your application gets approved. And if you have to wait for maybe like a year, people have waited for 2 years or 3 years even, or some people have waited for like 6 months or even less than. But you can never tell how long you're going to wait. So don't wait till your passport is maybe like 3 months before you can now start applying. If your passport is less than 6 months to expire, start working towards getting a new one. It will do you a lot of good, because just imagine, after waiting for so long, after doing everything, and then you finally get approved and they tell you to submit your passport so that it can be stamped, and your passport is like maybe 2 months to expire, or expiring that month. Like, I don't think you want that to happen to you. So yes, you need a valid international passport. Second thing that is very important that you need, regardless of the immigration pathway that you're going to use to relocate, right, is your ECA or your WES. So for pharmacy, we use ECA, right? I submitted an ECA report, but for most professions, they are required to submit a WES. So this is just a document that evaluates your educational credentials. That's basically what this document is, and it is very, very important, right? They need to be sure that the certificates that you have, they are, they are recognized and they are evaluated, and it meets their standard. Okay, so this is a very, very important document that you need, and honestly, I think it's one of the most stressful process in this whole relocation period, because you need to get your, I mean, depending on whichever one you're getting. So for WES, I know that you need to get your degree certificate, and it has to be sent directly from your school to the board that would evaluate those certificates. So yes, That's for West. Then for ECA, you need to submit some documents. Also, you also need to submit your degree certificates, your transcripts, and other documents and forms that you're going to fill, obviously, to the governing body that is going to evaluate your credentials. These things can take a lot of time. It can take from 3 months, depending on the school too, that you're going to be getting your degree certificates from. Some schools take a lot of time in processing your request and then submitting these documents that are required of you. So start from now. Start reaching out to these schools. Start asking people that went to the same school with you, asking them how long it took, who they needed to, the contacts that they had, the contacts that helped them to fasten the process for them, because this report is actually very, very important. Before you even enter the pool, you need an ECA report, you need a West. Another important document that you need is your IELTS result. IELTS is very important. I don't think anybody can run away from IELTS. I don't like, if you really want to relocate to Canada, I don't think you can really run away from, especially if you're the primary applicant, I don't think you can run away from writing IELTS. So it's very, very important. Whether it is for school or for immigration, it is very, very important. Before you even enter the pool, you need your IELTS results. I believe before you apply to any school, you also need your IELTS results. So that is a very, very, very important document that you need for your relocation process. It is not hard. It's something that you can write and pass in just one try. Trust me, I know so many people that did that and they are already in Canada, or they are already in the process of coming to Canada. So don't run away from it. Don't be discouraged. Once you have the right resources, like I said in my last video, once you have the right resources, once you have the right people that would guide you and direct you on where exactly to read, once you're able to practice really well, you've got this. Trust me, it's not that deep. Okay, so IELTS is a very important. IELTS results is a very important document that you need. Another important document that you need is your medicals, right? But this is, you can only do this when it has been requested. So I've heard so many people going to do medicals just, first of all, they were not even requested to do that. They just did it just in case they're going to be requested. Or sometimes maybe the travel agency that you're using just tells you to do medicals. Just, especially those ones that are not really authentic. I'm going to use that word. Okay. Those ones that don't really, they just want to eat your money because they know, first of all, that you don't even know the process. You did not do your research, you just give them the money to do everything for you. That's why I always say and emphasize on doing your own research. Once you have this information, nobody can tell you anything to do because you already know and they know that you know. Don't listen to anybody that tells you to do medicals before you even enter into the pool. That is false. Don't waste your money. And then the last document is your police certificate. Yes. So your police certificate is another very important document that you'll be asked for. If you have stayed in any country for more than 6 months, you'll be required, or you are required to get a police certificate from those countries. So if you're the traveling type that, or maybe you went to school in a place in a different country, obviously you spent more than 6 months in the country, you're definitely going to need police certificate, a police report from that country. If you're the kind of person that travels only because of work and you've been traveling and living in different countries, you need a police report from those countries. As long as you've stayed in that country for more than 6 months, you need a police report. So if you are that type of person that would need to get police reports from different countries have different processes, that they have different timelines in order for you to get your reports, in order for you not to get delayed. you need to start doing your research on what and what will be required from you. Do you need to go to that place? Because some countries, I think you definitely need to. If you don't have anybody there, you have to go there by yourself. Do you need to travel to those places in order to apply for the police report and get those reports? How long is it going to take? How much are you going to spend? What documents would you need in order to, apply and get these reports? So it is very, very important. In my last video, I talked about gathering your documents. This is very important because once you get your ITA, that's your invitation to apply, you don't really have much time again. You really don't have much time again to get all these documents. I feel like that 90 days that I got, that was not enough, honestly, especially when you also need to start running around for your POF, your proof of funds. Like, that's like the most important thing that you're going to occupy yourself with. These documents are super important, and really you cannot relocate to Canada without these documents. So start gathering them, start working on them, start doing your research on how to get them, start asking questions, asking people that you already know that have relocated to Canada, on where they went to, what they did, who they spoke to, especially people that you guys share things in common. Maybe that you guys have the same profession, or you went to the same school with regards to getting your educational documents, right? Or you guys went to the same school, you guys lived in the same country, or that is so important. There are so many lessons that you would learn from people's past experiences. So very, very important. I think the first thing, just join this group. If you watched my first video on my relocation process, I spoke a lot about joining groups, either on WhatsApp or Telegram, and also so many people have reached out to me and I've sent them links for these groups to join. So if you are interested in joining these groups, leave a comment or send me a message on my Instagram, that's at kachi.nwakoby, and I will definitely share the link with you. Okay? Joining a group is so important, because it's one thing for you to do your research, and it's another thing for you to actually hear the past experiences of people that have done this same process that you're about to start, and they are now in Canada. So it's not like you just really, now you know that it's actually possible. You know that if you do the same thing that they did, first of all, you're not going to make the mistakes that they made, because they will definitely talk about how to avoid making those mistakes. And then secondly, you follow the footsteps. When you're stuck, you can always ask questions and you will get answers almost immediately. Everybody's always willing to help you. Yes. Thank you so much again for watching this video up to this point. This is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful week.